Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to what I think is another maimai song. I'm pretty sure I've heard another song from this game, at least one, but this one was requested by St. Vina and my executive producers, and this was apparently a grand finals tiebreaker for one of their events, I believe number 4 of the King of Performai, if my memory serves. I'm not entirely sure what that is. I'm assuming it's a competition that would make sense in context, and I'm sure they've had a few, given the number 4. I'm just taking a guess. I don't really know how all of the rhythm game community works and how they function stuff. I don't know if this is like an official thing or if it's just something the fans do. All of that's kind of vague to me. But at the same time, I have this song to listen to, so I'm going to listen to it. And without further ado, let's go! Very bright intro. Man, loving the sound design in here. It's already the type of song that makes you just kind of feel warm and fuzzy inside, you know? Got a nostalgic edge to it. Interesting, like synth, like sample there. Sounds like an organ. Why is this the second song this week that's like, man, that feels kind of like Porter Robinson. Ooh. I love how this is building on itself. And not abandoning the sound design stuff. Ooh. Yeah, we're backing off again. There we go. I knew it was gonna do that. That's something a lot of rhythm game producers love to do. I love that. Woo. Get angry on that synth. I mean, I really hate to make the Porter Robinson comparison so many times. I've done it probably 10 plus times on the channel. Hello, Sega. Also realizing the end screen there that it was maimai that I listened to for Kaleidoscope. I swore that I saw the name around. It just hasn't been around long enough to like really cement itself. As I was saying at the end there though, I don't love that I've always been, oh, it's electronic. It's so look, Porter Robinson. It's Porter Robinson. Sounds like Porter Robinson. But also just the approach that they have for how they do their electronic sound design, especially the synths that they use, the tone they go for, it's just so his sound. And he kind of pioneered that sound. And I don't want to be like, oh, they're just stealing it, because they're not. This is definitely its own thing. But it still has a little bit of that DNA in there. And I gotta figure that they're probably inspired by his sound in that respect. I mean, he's a huge producer. I think a lot of people do respect his sound. But also, there is a very good possibility that it's all coincidence, and they were just like, hey, I like these sounds, and they happen to be the same ones that Porter does. So it really wouldn't shock me either way. At the same time, he's got just such an influence. I would be shocked if that wasn't just a bit of an influence here, especially out of like the Worlds album that sounds very similar to this. Language language and such is very much akin to this tone. And while it, again, definitely has its own DNA going on in there, a lot of the more like breaky stuff that is in rhythm games a lot, it's here, it's present, it's very present, you know, like they don't just go, oh, and I think I'll throw a little bit of spice in here with some usual isms for rhythm games. It's just, it's all part of it, you know? It sounds brilliant, it feels good, and it has that nostalgic backing that just makes you kind of feel warm and fuzzy, like I said. You just can't help but go, I wish I was back in, like, my hometown, playing video games in a room alone, just kind of vibing, you know? Just existing, no bills, and it's just life, you know? I feel like a lot of us experience that, and I feel like nostalgia is such a powerful drug for so many people that might be the core of why sounds like this come out of producers, because they want to create the sound that they loved when they were younger, or which they could when they were younger, and that's the sort of tone that comes out of it. That's why we get so many producers that have that sort of approach, that Porter Robinson sound. Again, it's not just him. There are a lot of them out there, but many of them are inspired by his tone because it is so good at doing what it does. But for this song specifically, I love the chord progression. I love how they introduced it, had a little bit of like a lean in, and then when we left, and it's like, oh man, I wish I was back there. It gave me that vibe, and I love that vibe. The sound design was very alive. It had so much going on there, just little details, little cricks and clips, and just things dancing around constantly, just keeping your brain active and activating these parts in your brain that don't really activate on a regular basis. They kind of just shock you awake through your ears. It's very intriguing. I would love to see some studies on exactly why that is, but I assume it's something similar to ASMR for a lot of people, where they just hear certain sounds and it just makes them feel good for whatever reason. I don't tend to have that response. It's definitely more of a music thing for me, but I know a lot of people do have like little clicky sounds that they just adore, and it just feels so satisfying to them. And this kind of does that for me. There's just something in the way that the sound design is done in the midst of all the other music. Like, it has to have those chords present, otherwise I'm not really assigning it to any place in my brain. So like, maybe that's just a me thing specifically, but this is just so beautiful. I definitely see why St. Vina would send this to me and be like, hey, you need to listen to this. This is like right up my alley of tone, and I'm sure that Vina knows that, and it's just, oh man, this is one that's going to be on many playlists for me. It's just so bright, and it hits that perfect blend of every little detail, being like, man, I wish I was a kid again. But I think I have yapped about this one enough, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you want to force me to listen to something, much like Vina did for this one, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships, where you can do that. You can force me to listen to whatever you want. Doesn't matter who it's by, what it's from. If it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!